There is something even more powerful than the ask, believe, receive method. In fact, if you are beginning your manifesting with asking, the chances are that you are going to hit a wall. Your manifesting is going to slow down. It's going to cause you to doubt if manifesting even works. And you're going to start losing confidence in it, or doubting your ability to manifest, or wondering if something is wrong with you, why it's not working. So the old method of ask, believe, receive was really great. It actually works in some cases, and there are different levels to manifesting. So in this one particular way, it will work, but it still isn't the most powerful way to make manifesting work. So if you don't know who I am, hi, I'm Sherry Hemstreet of thesherryhemstreet.com, and I actually teach manifesting and have helped over 3,400 people to manifest their dreams into reality. And I do this through divine-led God guidance. Yes, God and manifesting go together in my world, just like peanut butter and jelly go together to every 5-year-old in the world, right? And I'm so happy that you're here, because what I am sharing today, if you hang out with me for the next 10 minutes, is going to blow your mind. It is going to be nothing short of incredible. And this is because we are now coming into a different age of manifesting. Manifesting is changing because we are growing collectively. We are expanding. There are more people than there were back in 2005 when The Secret came out. And so while ask, believe, receive used to be an incredible way to manifest, there is a more powerful way. And there is a way that actually puts you into a more powerful creator state, which is what you want. So while I love the ask, believe, receive method, it works until it doesn't. And that's what happens, right? Everybody starts manifesting. It's very exciting. You're like, I'm going to change my life. This is the best thing I've ever done. I love it. I love it. I have changed my life with it. I have gone from like down in the dumps, losing everything, to manifesting the most amazing things in my life. And I found that when I used this instead of the ask, believe, receive, everything went like faster. Everything worked better, and it was more powerful, right? So what typically happens is when we ask for something, we are asking the universe, we are asking God, we are asking all that is, the creator, we are asking for our heart's desires or our needs or our requirements to be met, right? Like we have things that we want. Some of those things we need, some of those things we want, some of those things we really need. And so what happens when we are asking, this actually works with our brain, because we know there's the possibility we could be told no. Yeah, I know, right? Nobody wants to be told no when they're manifesting. So when we ask, we are asking, and there is a 50-50 shot. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Maybe God will, maybe God won't. Maybe the universe will, maybe the universe won't. How do you know? How do you know? Well, I'll tell you. The fact of the matter is if you are starting your manifesting, if you are beginning your manifestation practice, if you are going into a new season of manifesting and, creating a new reality for yourself, asking is not the most powerful way to do this, because you do have the ability to actually not get it because you're asking. There's an option there to not have it, and it's built into the question. So we all know this from being a kid. We ask for something. Can I have that? No. Can I have that? No. Can I have that? No. Right? And that's kind of what happens when we are asking with manifesting. Our brain, our smart girl brain, our subconscious mind knows that there's the possibility that it couldn't happen, that it doesn't have to happen, right? But there is another way to actually move into a more powerful state of manifesting. In fact, me and my students, none of us actually use the ask, believe, receive, because at this point it is outdated, and it does make manifesting kind of like a game of chance. It's like, a crapshoot, like you're playing Russian roulette with the universe, or you're playing craps with the universe. Like, can I have what I want? Am I good enough to have what I want? And when you are asking, those are all the things that are going through your mind. When it takes a long time for something to show up, your mind starts going, am I going to get it? Am I good enough to have it? Am I worthy? And I've seen this time and time again where people will ask for things And what happens is it takes a while for them to come in. It takes a long time in some cases, right? Because traditional manifesting, as opposed to the manifesting I teach, teaches that there's divine timing and you have to wait. And so with that being said, there is the possibility for the longer it takes for something to manifest, the more doubt that creeps in, the more, well, maybe I won't get it. Well, maybe it's not meant for me, right? And we start coming up with all these reasons, or we start looking for blocks, or we start looking for why we can't have it. But what happens here is we are really eroding our own power. We are really eroding our own words and ability to create that which we desire. And it's because we are asking. So to solve this, we simply get out of the state of asking and we decide, right? So we don't ask. We decide that we are having something. We decide that it is ours. We decide that we are commanding this into our reality. And that's different. When you are asking, you are seeking validation. You are seeking approval. So if you're asking for 5 new clients, or if you're asking for a new car, you're wondering, this is more of a I'm wondering if that's possible. I'm wondering if I could have it. I wonder if that's for me. But when you decide, and when you commit, and when you command, and when you decide that there's no other way, that this is not going to be a part of your reality because it's this or something better, that is an entirely different energy than asking. So the 3 things that we do, we don't ask, believe, receive. We command, right? We commit. Either one of those, whichever feels better to you. Some people go with decide, some people go with commit, some people go with command. And then we use the absolute alignment tool, right? So the second step of manifesting is believe. We don't have to work with belief, because belief, that's a tricky one and it can go either way. So what we typically do is we move from commanding or committing or deciding, and we go straight to the absolute alignment tool, because we have to be in alignment to have our desires, right? We all know this. We all know this. And so from there, we then move into the creator frequency or the co-creator frequency, right? And this is a much more powerful thing, because when you are asking for something, as I mentioned, you could be told no. You could wait for a long time. You could start wondering why this isn't working for you. There's a lot of ways, as I'm sure you know, that this could go really south and not work out for you. In fact, most people come to me and they say one of the problems that they have with manifesting is that they aren't sure that it works. They aren't sure that it still works. They don't understand why it's taking so long. And this is one of the steps that my students and myself use to get past that. We don't ask. We declare it. We decide it. We command it. We commit to it. We know that it is ours. So we are not asking for this to come into our reality as proof that we are good enough to have it. We are not asking to prove that we can have this. We are not asking for external validation or to be good enough. We already know that we are. We already know that we are. And that's the beauty of it. So if you are manifesting, don't begin with what you are asking for. Decide what you are having. Commit to that. Command it into your reality. Declare it as the only option. And this powerful move will take you from wondering into seeing the path unfold. Divine inspiration coming in. The next steps being right before you as you need them. It is such a powerful shift, and such a small shift that holds so much power. So I hope you have enjoyed this. I'm Sherry Hemstreet of thesherryhemstreet.com. I will see you on the next video.